A goodbye ends something. Silence never does. You didn't lose them in a moment. You lost them in the space between messages. And somehow, that space hurt more than any word could have. Why does silence stay with us longer than an ending ever would? You keep checking, not because you expect an answer, because some part of you hasn't stopped waiting. A goodbye gives you an edge to stand on. Silence gives you nothing. Just a door left slightly open, swinging in a wind you can't see. You replay the last conversation. You search it for clues, for cracks, for the exact sentence where things changed. This isn't obsession. It's your mind trying to close a file that was never marked finished. You are not weak for struggling with this. You are not too attached. Psychologists call this ambiguous loss, a term coined by Dr. Pauline Boss. It describes grief with no clear ending, no funeral, no final sentence, just absence without explanation. Ambiguous loss is often harder to process than a clear loss because the mind has nothing to close around. You're not broken. You're grieving something the brain was never given permission to finish grieving. Here's what's happening underneath. The Zeigarnik effect shows that unfinished tasks stay active in memory far longer than completed ones. Your brain treats relationships the same way it treats tasks. An ending gives it a stamp, complete. Silence gives it nothing. So the task stays open, quietly running in the background of your mind. This is why silence can feel louder than words. Not because you're weak-minded, but because your brain is still searching for the missing piece that would let it stop searching. Every unanswered question becomes a loop, and loops, unlike endings, don't know how to stop. So what can you do? First, name the loss for what it is, ambiguous, not incomplete. Giving your experience a name helps your brain recognize what it's dealing with. Second, write the ending you were never given. Put the unsaid words on paper. Your mind doesn't need the conversation to happen. It needs the story to have somewhere to end. Third, separate closure from explanation. You do not need their words to close the file. You only need your own conclusion, even if it's simply, "This is over now." Fourth, interrupt the loop deliberately. Every time you check for a message, you reopen the task. Create a new ending instead. Delete the conversation. Turn off the notifications. Choose one action that tells your brain, "This chapter is finished." Finally, let your nervous system finish what the conversation never did. Take a walk, breathe slowly, spend time outside. These simple actions help your body realize that the threat has passed, even if your thoughts haven't caught up yet. Here's the simplest way to hold all of this. A goodbye is a door someone closes for you. Silence is a door you have to close yourself. It's heavier, it takes longer, but it is still just a door, and you are still the one with a hand on it. You don't need their goodbye to move forward. You only need to stop waiting for a sentence that was never coming and start writing your own. The silence may always exist, but it doesn't have to be the place where your life stays.